Right on.
Here at Gas Monkey Garage, baby.
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how about you?
Good. First
Yeah.
time I'm here, I wanted to check it out since I'm up here in Dallas. I missed the show being on TV.
It's all YouTube now, man.
Yeah, everything is YouTube now.
Yeah.
Are you able to go in there?
No, yeah, you're not supposed to make it past the gate.
Oh, I thought you was able to go in there because I saw the garage open.
Yeah, no, yeah, we just this here the gate area. It's supposed to stay closed. We're
Oh,
going in out
oh,
and then
oh.
the merch store is the only thing that's really open to the public. They do tours out of there on Mondays
Yeah.
and Fridays, but yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't know.
No, that's all right. Sometimes you gotta drop off on the road or something.
So
am I able to go check those out? Since,
no, we just need to go behind the gate. We do tours on Monday and Friday.
man.
Monday and Friday.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't know.
All right, man, take it easy.
Is it open over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know you could go in there. Oh, we got to go in there. Store out. Let's see what they got. And Gas Monkey. Gas Monkey. Gas Monkey. That's cool.
Okay, 77.2.
Hey.
Then I'll have you fill this out. I just need names and phone number. So that paperwork first, and that one over to call for back.
Yes, Monkey Garage is cool people. Oh, you can do have short classes.
Yeah, so. Yeah, April 12th, no, Sunday. April 12th is gonna be our crawfish grill up at our Ice House restaurant in the Colony. It'll be $25 for 2 pounds, and it's also an adoption event as well. So, bring all the little dogs. I hope they have cats.
Yeah, I want to get this shot glass. Oh, I didn't know there was 2. I don't want 2.
How many do you want?
Is there 2 here?
Yeah, there's 2 in there.
Oh, okay.
Did you want 2?
No, I just wanted 1. Yeah, just 1.
It's gonna be $10.83.
Do you go through?
Do you want to enter in the giveaway?
Nah.
Ready to check out? Okay.
Thank you. Have a good one. You too.
Sure.
Thank you.
The only thing we ask is you don't touch, don't open, don't get any of the cars. Watch your purses and bags. Make sure you don't scratch any cars so these cars are really close together. And also, let's have some fun. So, I'm trying to get to this next video.
But they film for yeah, so a lot of the Australians, I think about a dozen over the last 2 years have been moving cars here and doing all the events.
Workshop class over the weekend, so you'll see why our garage is a lot cleaner. But that said, y'all, this whole row of cars right here is called POS. Either cars or the builds. And right here, literally, like thank you very much. We're going to be doing a build off. I'm not going to do it fast and loud until build off, but we're going to be against John. We're going to do something with that. In the month of May, y'all know we give away cars and cash, whatever. We're going to be giving away a bike every day in the month of May. There's actually 2 bikes out there that are in the whole lot that cost more than the whole lot. We got a 49 count right here. I just showed up last week. You literally get the Bible now. Oh, yeah. Right over here, this 31 Bantam. We had someone from Scotland that showed up for the tour, and they said, hey, this would look really cool in my man cave in Scotland. So this is going to be leaving us here in the next couple weeks and headed over across the pond. But we got 2 79 Ford F-150 4x4s on the line. First off, everything's for sale, y'all. Cash is king. But Richard loves this 79 right here just because it's patinaed on the hood. The red one at the far end, that's where we go get beer and our carts with around town. And then our next build that we're going to be building on is that shorty bin. It has 3.5 feet cut out of the center and the frames welded back together. We're going to have some fun with that. But yeah, y'all, this is our burnout pad. As some of y'all got to see, we have a little too much fun at times. Let's head into the AC and
Bantam?
Bantam?
Yeah.
Feel these sale cash and king. Around here, little Aussies. Now, I filmed a little bit of talking to the guys, and then Richard came over, we were talking to them, and they just sort of rocked up and said, oh, can we chuck a skid? I don't think they're what Australian skids. That's a deliberate shot. Thank you.
Down there, all the way down some over here. So we built a wall to separate that. Up top on the lift right there is our 70s Chevelle Malibu we built for SEMA last year, which is Mr. X. It's got an LT4 neighborhood with an Max supercharger. It's got about 1,100 bases back wheels. My favorite thing about it outside of the almost $116,000 sound in it, the actual bumper's been snubbed and the exhaust goes through the bumper. We worked with Magnaflow to do one-off custom billet tipping. And it acts as an exhaust port, a tail light, and a blinker, all in one, which is really cool. So we got to really beta test that out with Magnaflow this last year. Right in front of you right here is Richard's drop top. This is Tom's Crown Affair, Chevy Cobra Mustang. It's got the 5th wheel on the back. This is the one that George Foreman stole and decided to try to buy after he stole it. We got it back from him. But yeah, see how another folklore behind it? It's a movie with Pierce Brosnan called The Thomas Crown Affair that came out. And that said, there was a one-of-one that got stolen allegedly after the movie wrapped. Then from there, Richard said, hey, I want to buy it. He couldn't find it to buy it, so he said, I'm going to build one. So he built one. He loved it so much, he built a second one and we gave it away in our 4th giveaway. But to date, we only know about 3, 2 that we built and then the original one. So this car means a lot to Richard. He'll try at least 30, 47 cars over the years. Behind it is a 63 Impala, sexy red. It has a chop top as well as no hood. It's got a beautiful, beautiful 408 Texas speed block with a 871 belt drive supercharger. Yeah, this thing puts out about 1,000 to 1,100 horses. It's really scary because it's sitting on 13-inch Dayton's. But outside of that, all of the handcrafted. I thought this was actually laser etched. This is all hand carved on the actual motor itself, so it took a ton of time. Outside of that, the hydraulic pumps are in the back, and you just got to drive it on a beautiful day so you don't get wet. But these next set of cars over here, these are some of Richard's favorites. Basically, every car that's in this room is either a car that he's interested to drive or he wants to drive it very soon. Right here, the 48 Spider, this is his wife's, Richard's wife's. We have Richard's 599 right here. It is straight pipe. That was his first Ferrari he bought when he got his first check for Discovery. There's motivation for him to want to make more money as well as buy nicer cars. On the other side of the 599 is H-Shell Ferrari Superfast GTS. We picked that up under 2 months ago. And we are going to straight pipe it and we are going to update the calipers because he takes the yellow calipers on, we're going to clean the black. And then we got his Rolls-Royce Daphne and America Daily. This was the last giveaway ride. This is our 2026 Cadillac Blackweed. The winner, John from Hebron, Kentucky, came last week to claim it. We're actually sending it off this week to him to Kentucky. He spent $45 and got a $130,000 car, so those are steals of money. And then lastly, the Gumball 3000 Ferrari down there. Richard and his buddy Dennis Collins, they broke a world record going from New York to LA in under 32 hours. The average speed is about 85 miles an hour.
It's 86.7.
There we go. 86.7. Rounded up 87. All right, y'all. We got a whole treasure trove of cars next door. Let's head that way. Please watch
Hey
it
guys,
back.
remember if you brought your checkbooks, all this stuff's for sale.
Let me know.
Guys, cool, dude. That's down the ladder. So, you guys, I don't know if we've,
Just had your shirt about lunch. What's up? Lunch.
It might be a, all right, y'all, let's stick together. I promise we'll talk about them all. I know most of the time the kids act better than the adults, so we'll figure that out now. But y'all, we got a lot going on in here. We did a lot of spring cleaning. This used to be completely covered with junk, and we now have it cleaned up. You'll see behind the Corvette, there's tire marks. Richard did that in his Hellcat number 2, because as you can tell, during the discovery days, we used to have hundreds upon hundreds of people at the gate every day, and Richard, it's kind of hard for him to get out, and he didn't want to be a jerk and be like, not say hi to everybody, so he would do what he could, but he was also, his presidential exit was right out here. He would just haul ass right out of here and just head out, so people wouldn't bother him. But that said, in this over here we have a Can-Am. It's got a really loud boat sound system in it. Richard bought that to get from his house to the restaurant up in Sturgis, South Dakota. That said, it's not street legal here in Texas. But that green Mustang that's in front of this Barracuda, that is a very rare Mustang. It's a 1968 Mustang, but it is 100% stock, all the way down to the tires, original. That said, the owners of it were very, very, very particular about when they would drive it. They only drove it 20 miles every year since 1968. There's 1,033 miles on that original motor. And you take that to Barrett Jackson on a Saturday night, you can easily get $500,000 for that car. I hate Mustangs, I'm a Mopar guy, but speaking of Mopars, we got a 68 Barracuda right there. It's got a 383S under the hood. The lady who had that, she kept a binder full of every maintenance she did, all the way back to the original bill of sale. She spent $800 in 68 for that car, and it has absolutely no rust at all. All we did was just wash it, ceramic coat it, and just keep the dust off, and that's it. If y'all didn't know, before Richard got into the automotive scene, his first love was motorcycles. He did a biker build-off with Paul Sr. in 2009. Hence why he does own a restaurant up in Sturgis for the biker rally every year. It's really just like his clubhouse every year. We got a carbureted V6 Honda CBX over there. The thing is wild. And we got a 76 Honda Super Sport. And we have an 05 Iron Horse chopper. Iron Horse is from Fort Worth, Texas. It's about an hour west of here. They are some of the upper echelon of chopper builders. Back in the day, they closed their doors recently, so we scooped up one of their last builds. These next set of cars are some of our oldest ones on property. Right here is a 39 V12 Lincoln Zephyr. This is pulled out of a barn. We were going to chop it and drop it for SEMA last year, but plans change, as they always do around here. Minimal patina damage. It does need a new headliner inside, and it has a patched up busted white wall back here. Outside of that, for being 80 plus years old, you don't see cars like this with body lines anymore. Again, it's a really good find. Over here, this is episode 1 from Fast and Wild. This is our 31 Model A. In the opening sequence, you see Richard and Aaron pushing into Phipps' old garage. That garage is a mile down the road. It's where Fired Up and Misfits Garage filmed out of, as well as a couple episodes of Garage Rehab. When we were at Barrett Jackson about a month and a half ago, we found out the tides have changed in regards to what cars are producing top dollar at auction. Your old 32, 33, 34 Fords that used to get 120,000 for are barely breaking 25K now, which breaks your heart. We're in the rubber bumper era, late 70s and 80s cars. So we've been buying IROCs. We're going to be building on that red IROC down there. We're basically going to engine swap it. We're going to put a ZR1 engine in it, so a 5.5 or a LT7 basically in the IROC, and have fun with it. This is an aftermarket, so if you didn't know, from the factory, it was T-topped or it was a hard top. It was never a drop top. If you wanted a drop top, you had to get a third party authorized dealer to do it. Right here's a museum quality 32 Ford. I've never seen a 32 in this condition, honestly. That said, in the back it has a rumbler pad or a mother-in-law seat. It has a handle up top. It opens it up and exposes a hidden two-seater in the back. You will step on the back wheel well. On the frame and the back wheel well so you don't scratch it. But yeah, Richard pulled this out of a barn in Iowa. We're going to engine swap this Mercedes. We have an AMG V12 over there. We're going to yank it out, throw it at this guy, have some fun. So this is our very first build ever. We built this in 2004. This is our 52 Chevy Fleetline. We dumped all of our money into this car. When I say all of our money, we had to sell cars because we had to pay the bills and pay salaries. When money got tight, we've sold this car over 5 times in the last 20 years. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, but it means a lot to us. It's on air ride with white walls. It's our original logo stitched on the seats. That was Sue's first job with us. And it's also painted on the rear trunk. If y'all didn't know, this look, or this, it's called patina. It's where you oxidize the sheet metal to get this real rustic look. And then some people blast a clear coat over it when they like it. We don't, we just let it keep going. Over there is a very rare Lamborghini. That's a 1969 V12 front engine, 1969 Lamborghini Espada. They only made about 173 of them, and they're extremely rare. But all the cars, I think that's probably one of the 3 rarest ones in here outside of this Corvette right here. If y'all didn't know, this is our current giveaway ride. This is our Corvette ZR1X. It is the hypercar predecessor to the ZR1. You have 1,068 horses to the rear wheels with your LT7 5.5 liter twin turbo V8. And then on top of that, you have an electric motor that sits on the front axle that controls the launch sequence. But also it adds an extra 186 horses. So in total, you have 1,250 horses on this car. It is literally an F1 car that you can buy from the factory. We have not done anything to this car. 0 to 60 in 1.68 seconds. Top speed is 233 miles an hour. It is a hardtop convertible. You can take this off. There's a spot to put it in the back. There's really absolutely no reason to have a frunk because it's just holding a radiator. That's about it, but it has carbon all the way around it, carbon ceramic rims. On top of that, it has 10 piston brakes, the discs on these things. It can stop on a dime. That said, this is batch number 11 off the product line. They're only going to make 100 this year, they said. And we're giving this one away. It ends on June 21st. So good luck to y'all if y'all entered. Hopefully come back, do some burnouts, drink some beer in that order. And then we'll have some fun. But we talked about the Lambo right over here. We have a 77 Pontiac Trans Am. This is a nod to Richard's senior year of high school. He had one identical to it. Then over here, we have a very eclectic 60s VW thing. If y'all don't know anything about the VW things, there's only a couple to tell. It's a drop top and you can take all 4 doors off like a Jeep. That's about it. It's just a beach cruiser. It's really good. That said, right here is a 70s gated manual Ferrari GT 308. This is the one that Mike Coy decided to lean on the mirror right here and snapped it off. We had to use some mansory glue to get it back on. But right here is a pretty valuable car, y'all. This is a 50s Mercedes SL or Mercedes 300 SL Goldwing. The last one that sold at Sotheby's went for $25 million. What makes it special is the fact that post-World War II, these bodies are 100% stainless steel. And for them to find one in really good quality after the war was very hard to come by. Yeah. They even make kit cars that are even as valuable up to $120,000, which shows the value that these hold over the years. But I think that Louis Vuitton color interior would just make me sick. But yeah, there's everybody. There's something for everybody there. But this is the motor we're going to take out, the V12, and throw it in that old Mercedes over there. We got a 51 Ford Business Coupe. In 61, the owners of that threw a Caddy 389 motor under the hood. So went from 100 to about 300 horses in the early 60s. Richard and his best friend, when they were 16, they used to take it around town going hot rodding. For the kids in the 90s, remember Steve Urkel, Family Matters, or Cousin Ed? This BMW i7 was brought to the forefront in the 90s, iconically. We do have its big brother at our restaurant behind the hostess stand. Tack loaded in a 350 V8 off of a Hossfly bar store in the back, adds some custom exhaust. It's fully patinaed out. That one's called the Tater Tot, and it's behind our hostess stand at Ice House, so if you could go to the restaurant, check it out. I'll save my favorite for last, but we got a Corvette back here. Not many people like the C4 body style. You either really love it or you really hate it. We bought this in a 3-pack. We got a 63 split window, we got a 64, and this C4. The lady who owned this only drove it on Sundays to the grocery store and the gas station and has under 1,300 original miles on the motor. So Richard wasn't too upset about that. But right here, y'all, this is one of my favorites. This is a 68 Dodge Corvette 500, fully custom with a pistol grip shifter. It's got a 446 pack under the hood. This thing can scoot. This thing's a beautiful car. This was on Fast and Loud. Aaron did wreck it a couple times. There's about 4 spots of blended silver throughout the car, and there's a little curb rash on the rim, a little bit. But other than that, in the episode, they were trying to map the battery to the rear trunk. We like to do that because we don't want the engine bay to have this little eyesore of a battery. You want to see engine, you want to see something beautiful, some muscle, not a battery. So Yeah, this car has seen a lot. But behind me is a very special van. Parents with kids, it gets a little risque back here, so just you've been warned. The man who airbrushed this, he's 80 years old now. He did this in 80s, 85, 86. He's from West Texas. He won countless awards for the airbrushing throughout this van and showcased it in tons of magazines. Richard bought this for him and his wife to take a road trip from Dallas to Florida, and it never happened. It's shag carpet from front all the way to back. Full stock bar, bed in the back. It has 4 captain chairs right here, a captain and a co-pilot chair. The man who built this and painted it, he's actually working on his Jaws van. And he hasn't seen this van in almost 40 years. And once he's done, he's gonna bring it up here and we're gonna reunite him with both vans. And hopefully Richard buys the Jaws van. But over here we have a burnout trike. It gets us in more trouble than you can think. So much that Daphne has the chain in her safe. And maybe this Christmas we'll get it back if we're good. But it's got PVC cupping around the tires so you don't pop the tires. I think in the last 21 years we've replaced it maybe 2 or 3 times. Pay no mind to the gym. We don't use that. That's just for aesthetics. Yeah, we have Rick Fairless. He owns Strokers in Dallas. He's a cuts and chopper shop that's around the corner from us. We've known Rick for 30 plus years. This is a bike that he built for Richard's buddy. We're gonna take it up to Sturgis for Mike this August so he can get to drive it for the first time. But outside of that, it's just been parked here. Over here is a very sketchy dragster. This is our tax titled and licensed street legal dragster that we took on the access road of 35 about 2 years ago. We did not build the body, we built the motor. It has about 1,200 horses. The headlights are absolutely useless just because they rock when the engine's going. It does turn right and left, but if you look inside, it's where it really scares you. Richard and Josh drove this sitting on plywood, and the rear differential, if you got too close to it, it just looks like it would just chew up your whole leg. Again, we get away with being loud and rowdy, as you can see and hear. But that said, customers or people get real mad when you dump it right next to them at a stoplight. It's kind of deafening. So that said, we took it out for about five or six passes from Merrill to Walnut Hill, and then the cop said, "Hey, take it home. You've had your fun." So it was a little too much fun at times. But last but not least, this 32 Ford right here means a lot to Richard. The inside, I love the leather. He's not too wild about it, but it smells like a Hermes store. I love the distressed leather look in it. Got a small block Chevy. Belt's holding up the hood, but the really important thing is this hood ornament. Richard just turned 57 about a month ago. And he bought this hood ornament when he was 11 at the Fort Worth swap meet with his dad. And he told his dad when he becomes successful in any way, he's gonna buy a 32 Ford, he's gonna put that on the front. He did it, showed his dad. Like I said, he was able to show his dad. His dad's still alive, so it meant the world to him. So he's really excited about that. But y'all, that's pretty much on the tour for y'all. We can head back in the garage. We've got a couple bikes we can talk about, and then we'll head on back out. All right, y'all?
I like this thing.
They both had a Wraith, and they both had a 599, and she also had a 48. And basically, Richard goes, "Well, we don't need two, so let's roll the dice, basically, and see. Let's flip the coin basically and see who gets to sell it." And she wins. But yeah, he loves his Ferraris. Me personally, I'm not all about the gentleman's club, or the guys club, boys club aspect and mentality of it. Like, if I want to buy a Ferrari, if I have the money to buy a Ferrari, I'd buy a LaFerrari. But to be able to buy one, you have to have 16 other cars,
Right.
then get on a waiting list that you
Right.
may not even be able to get. So it just seems like a lot. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. So out of the bikes over here on the left, we have. We'll start with the. We'll start with complete builds. That's a little bit easier. But right over here is a Harley Panamera. This bike was built. This is a 5-day build-off. Basically, we built this with some guys from the Netherlands. They're called Concept or Power Brick. We powder coated some of the parts to make it look orange. You know, the whole Harley Davidson vibe. We also extended out the rear tire to change the center of gravity. We're not trying to do a wheelie. We just want to go straight and go fast. We straight piped it. It's extremely loud. And we also took off over 200 pounds. Saddlebags, the cop visor, everything to make sure that we could get more speed and it to weigh less. I think Richard's driven this twice. That's about it. It's just been sitting here. We toyed with the idea to give it away, but I think he's going to bring it up to Sturgis this year and try to give it away. Right over here is Richard's Harley Fat Bob. We built this 3 years ago for Sturgis' opening day. Started off that Richard just wanted to update the tank. I know it's sacrilegious. We took a Harley tank off and we put a Honda tank on it. It just looks better. And then Richard wanted the same pattern that was on the tank to be on the actual seat. So basically a week-long build turned into a month-and-a-half long project because we wanted to change everything. We touched everything except the frame and the motor. And yeah, this bike is awesome. And then right over here, this green one, this is Greenie, Richard's chopper. He's had for 30 years now. When I got hired, he rolled up on it. He told me, it just blew his mind, 30 plus years, about 30 years ago, he spent 15 grand on that. And he was basically spent 25, almost 3,000 over sticker. For him, that was just like, oh my God, that was expensive. And nowadays, people are charging 110,000 over sticker for cars. So definitely tides have changed, but Richard loves this bike so much he drives it almost as much as his TRX when the weather permits. But his daily, for the most part, is his bike TRX the best. This is our garage beer bar. I wish I could hand out beers. I'm sorry, but I don't know how many you had before you got here, and I like my job. But Richard has an ownership stake in Garage Beer. We're in all 50 states. There's a regular beer flavor beer, and there's a lime flavor. Closest beer and liquor store around the corner carries it. But yeah, we're hoping it'll get bought up next year. It'll be a nice little payday. We're gonna head back out. Please watch your step. There's a lot of rubber out on the burnout out there.
Yeah.
You can catch it for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Sorry, y'all. I had to call Richard here real quick, but y'all, this is the end of the tour. Y'all are more than welcome to go back to the merch store, or y'all can hang out on the other side of the fence. Hey, Ryan, real quick.